full-on back day at Elite, and it's Monday, and this whole session felt incredible. Let me show you exactly what I did. Man, we are filming all these voiceovers at the end of the session because I was so excited to get in here and get after back today. Last week I had hamstrings and glutes, and we'll post it here on Monday. But there's something about back on Monday that just gets me ready to roll. Probably because it's my worst body part, but I just love training it. Rotation 1, straight arm pull downs with the easy bar. I just want to mix up the grip here and show you guys that honestly, I'm not married to the attachment. I've used a rope, a strap, upside down mag grip, a long T-bar, the prime handle. So the attachment doesn't matter. What the form is, what to me is what's important, right? Which is shove my hips backwards, weight on my toes, and use only my lats to force my hands towards my quads. That's it. And then also I want to think about my lats being out, right? So lats are out, pull down. I don't want to bury my lats and leave them like scrunched together. I want them out so they have to work, right? Because you want to think about that cobra. And that's what I'm envisioning, like a cobra letting its hood out, right? So when I go up and hit that front double, all that meat under my armpit just pop out. So when you're doing your straight arm pull downs, think about that. Don't be so super concerned about progressive overload. This isn't a movement, in my opinion, where you're trying to just break records each week, put a gym pin on there. Like, that's just not how I look at this. I'm thinking about how can I get as much blood into my lats and get them all activated from the top to the bottom so that I can get in the meat and core of my workout and really feel a connection deep in the muscle tissue. So with this, I superset it with your standard lat pull down. You can honestly use any bar, again, just like I talked about with the straight arm pull downs. I felt like being like Branch Warren today because I watched one of his videos while I ate my pre-lift meal, and I was like, you know, I'm just gonna pull the regular old lat pull down bar, and did a top set there, and then a back off. So the top set, I was still trying to get good form, get a good contraction. As you can see, I lose range of motion. The last few, I didn't get all the way down to my chin. And then my back off, I really drove down, squeezed my back, and thought about back double bicep. If you look at that form there, back and forth. Then for the back off, I actually didn't lower the weight at all for those straight arm pull downs. I just wanted another set with 120 because it felt so good. And then for the pull downs of the lat bar, I did drop that weight. So I had it at 140 for my work, and then I dropped it to 100 for my back off. So to give you guys some perspective, there is the different loads that I used on those two sets. Money maker of the day, one arm barbell rows. This fired me up. I was thinking about it all morning long, right? So I knew I wanted to get up to 4 quarters and 2 chains, and that's what we did. Now I guessed I was gonna get about 7 to 8 reps there for my top set. I ended up getting 10, which I was freaking floored about. And from there, I just did a drop set. So strip the chain, strip a quarter, do as many as I can, strip a quarter as many as I can, strip down to the last quarter, do as many as I can. Then I rested in, I don't know, 2.5, 3 minutes, and then did the other arm. So the worst part about this is just knowing how gassed I got and then waiting to do the other arm. All right, so don't stress out if you don't have chains. Simply just get a short red band from Elite FTS, put it under your toe and then on the end of the bar, and you get the same type of strength curve flattening, right? So what we want to think about here is gonna be light in the hole, meaning when you're in the fully lengthened position, and then when you're up at contraction, that's where you're gonna get the most tension from that band or the chain. So again, on your second mini set there, you just simply strip the band, strip a quarter, and then get going, which is the straight quarters on the bar. So quad drop set here, felt great. That gassed me, got me a huge pump. Next up, alternating sets. So, you know, I love that freaking Cybex row. I did 4 rounds of this rotation. So I was doing sets of 10 to 12 on the Cybex row neutral grip, really thinking about opening my back and then fully shortening it. I love this piece. If you don't have that exact one, just do a neutral grip chest supported row. You can do this on a T-bar. You can do it with dumbbells. If you didn't have a machine, you just do straight old dumbbell pronated rows on the incline bench. And then I just took my time, got over to the DY row, which is a semi-supinated row. And I wanted to think about opening my back here. So you notice I really spent time in the lengthened position, trying to open my back up before firing explosively to contraction. I did not hold those contractions at all. I didn't care about that. And with that exercise, I wanted to open up my back and really get it like working like wings. In, out, in, out. All All right, guys, last thing for my upper back here, and that's gonna be the Dante row. You guys know how much I talked about loving this. If you need a detailed explanation on how to do it, we'll post it here. But if you look there, I just have the rope set up, drive my knees in the back of the seated cable row, and I'm thinking about opening my back, stretching my lats, and then driving my elbows towards my pockets. I did a rest pause there, so it's a failure, count to 20, failure, count to 20, failure. And then each time I'm just trying to think about get at least half of what I got for the set previous. So on the first one, I think I got 15 or 16, so I want to get at least 7 or 8. And then 4 to 5 on the next mini set. So if you look at that, each time it cuts almost in half. With that exercise, it's all about connectivity again. So if you notice, that's how I started my upper back with a certain pull down with connection, and it's how I'm finishing my upper back is connection. Onto some lower back and also a little bit of upper back work. So I know there's a lot of controversy about this, but I can tell you right now, John spent hours with me in the gym one afternoon teaching me how to pull rack pulls with my upper back. So what we're doing is the Smith machine here, coming down to the bar is at my knee, dead stop, and then come up, and I'm thinking about isometrically contracting my upper back, meaning trying to shove my shoulder blades together and get a contraction. So this is getting my erectors, my upper back. Now, that's an isometric contraction for the lat or upper back, however you want to think about that. All I can tell you is it's pumped and burning. So to me, it's taking some load. But again, the main thing here is I'm thinking about total back development here, so some erector work. And plus, I've never really shown you guys this on camera. We probably need to do an exercise library video on this to really break it down and talk through it step by step. But if you notice here, he'll show you plenty of angles where you can see where I'm really folding my shoulder blades together to get that upper back contraction. I did 3 sets there. All right, last thing for back, reverse hyper, sets of 15, supersetted with hanging leg raises for sets of 15. All I did was 2 rounds there. That again was just loosening everything up, lengthen my spine back out from all the compression work that got early, and then work my abs a little bit. If you all don't have this reverse hyper, honestly, go curse out your gym owner. It's a great piece. And sadly, gyms that have it, it turns into a fucking table, and people just load their shit on it. If I see that in a gym, I'm clearing all the shit off of it and using it intentionally. It's not a table. Use it. It's an incredible exercise for your lower back, for your glutes, for your hamstrings. Oh, Louis Simmons would literally be turning over in his grave if he saw what you guys were doing with this shit. And then to finish up the day here, because you know I'm gonna hit some glutes on my back day. So this honestly wasn't even a superset. It was just a rotation of 4. Rounded back hypers, sets of 12, over to abduction ABD for sets of 20. And I just did 1, 2, 1, 2, and then walked out. No rest in between, just the time it took me to get from machine to machine. And I told Chaz that I was putting my straps up and getting ready to come up here and do these voiceovers. My glutes were so freaking pumped off of that. And it was just 2 rounds, so, or 1 continuous round, however you wanna look at that. If you like this video, guys, like, share, subscribe. Give this a try. I'm telling you, my entire backside of my body is pumped up right now, and it feels incredible. If you can't tell, like, I'm fired up. Training right now is clicking. My food's going down super smooth, like, just in a groove. So we're gonna ride this wave as long as we can. And until next time, again, like, share, subscribe. We'll bring you more high quality videos with Chaz's badass new camera. Until next time.